Here we are at Perris, California airport. This is a skydiving airport, and today they have a show for hot rods. So I'm here looking at all the old beauties. Here we have Fords. This is not a Ford. This is actually, I don't know what this is, but if I knew more about cars, I could tell you. I know this is a Ford because I see the Ford sign on front of the radiator, on top of the radiator. This is a Chevrolet truck. I happen to know that because I know the owner. In fact, I just was sitting there with him. This is a V8. I think this is also, also Ford. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I had the same model in a long time ago. This is a T-Bird, one of my favorites, with the little upper window there. These guys really spend a lot of time and effort to make their cars look good. This is a Ford Ranchero, if I'm not mistaken. This is a Mustang. We had a 64.5 Mustang when they first came out. Ours was white, but it looked very much like it. The motor was never looking as good as this one, but we had fun. I like the Mustang very much. Here's an old Chevrolet, but it's in perfect condition, and look how nice it looks. Look at the artwork on the hood. Now here's something from the olden days, a Ford van, a delivery van. Yeah, these cars are fun to look at. And look at how these cars are offhand. I would say this is a Chevrolet, but I don't know as much about cars as most of the people that are walking around here. This is a Ford. I think this is a 32 Ford. They call it a Highboy. I'm not really positive, but here's another black Chevrolet, all chromed up engine. The air filter got a chrome cover on it. Look at this. And all these cars drive beautifully. Here's an old Super Deluxe Ford. And we have an election coming up this coming Tuesday. Evidently this guy is running for district attorney, and he uses this opportunity to put a little advertisement in for himself. Here's another beautiful restored truck. I think this is also a Chevrolet, looking by the grill, but don't go by me. This is a beautiful car, old but beautiful. And this is Coventry. Well, I thought it was a Jaguar, and I'm right. I wasn't going to say anything till I knew for sure, but this is an old Jaguar, all decked out. And here's a Chevrolet. This is a new one, by the way, but look how customized it is and how beautiful. This is just a big chair. but this is a Chevrolet as well. I hope I'm not going too fast, but there's an awful lot of cars to look at. This is a Chevrolet. If I'm not mistaken, I had so many cars in my lifetime that I really don't know if I had one like this or not. This is a 1955 Bel Air Coupe. It's a very collectible car, and it looks like it came off the showroom floor. It's just beautiful. This guy even has the Chevrolet 1955 manual for it. And here is a Corvette. That was one of my favorite cars. I never owned one, but I always wanted to. I had an Austin Healey once. The wife made me sell it because she said it was too dangerous. And this is an Oldsmobile Cutlass. I had an Oldsmobile 88, but this is a Cutlass, all chromed out. And this is an MG. You know, that was a popular car. I had an Austin Healey, not an MG. Well, help me out on this one. I don't see a sign on it. I have almost an idea that it's a Ford looking at the grill, but I could be very mistaken. This is a Chevy truck, orange, the color of Holland. And here, well, I wish I knew, 49 Chevy. It's a 49 model Chevy. Okay. Another Chevrolet. Look at that paint job on this one. That's a thing of beauty and a joy forever. Now here's a kind of a plain Jane, but it is for sale. If you have, it's a Model F100, the year is 62. If you have $23,500, I'm sure the owner will be very happy to part with it. This is a I think it's a Ford Highboy also, 32 maybe. Look at the running boards. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a V8 Ford. And if you have some money, you can have a nice car. You can have this guy done a watercolor of your car. Here we are once more. I'm almost sure this is a Ford. Looks very much like the car I drove once. Here is one of my all-time favorites, the Corvette. I had a good friend that owned one, and I used to drive with him quite often. I'm going to turn the camera around and see some skydivers coming down and see if I can catch them. The sun is in my camera viewfinder, so I'm not sure you can. But this is a big sport around here, skydiving. Another Chevrolet Apache. Beautiful resort. It's a 1959. And this is a big American car called a Buick. This is a Camaro by Chevrolet, I think. Yeah, Camaro. My son-in-law has one of these cars. They're very uncomfortable in my book, and they make a hell of a lot of noise. Another Chevrolet 55. And look how these people, the time and effort and money that they use in restoring these automobiles. Here another Ford V8. And next to you is the guy that has a purple car, a Ford, a hot rod. Evidently his sweetheart is called Linda. Or his car might be called Linda. Linda 29. The paint on this is dazzling. Here's a car that I'm very familiar with because I had one for 10 years. Mine was a Volkswagen Camper, but I'm very familiar with this car. This is not a campmobile, but it's restored, and I would love to have this car again. We have so many good memories of our Volkswagen Westphalia campmobile. I really don't know what car this is because the hood is up, but I know it's a hot rod or a collectible. And then we come again to some plain Jane here. Evidently this is in the process of restoration. And then we have a Ford Fairlane. And then we have a hell of a lot of noise from this plane that is just about ready to take off with a load of skydivers. I'll look across the way. One of these planes across the way, right on the right of the yellow one, belongs to a good friend of mine, Lonnie. And here we come almost to the end of our presentation. This is a GTO Grand Touring, beautiful restored. Goodbye guys, have a good flight, have a good drop. I hope you have your parachutes on. You're going to be needing them. Oh, the noise. Okay, that's it.